Hey everybody, Chad Nobody Else's Auto. It is 7:30 Sunday evening time for some more Gearhead Interactive Live Chat. We've got a fun, exciting night planned tonight, including the Super Mega Badge coming up here in just a little bit. So that is going to be crazy exciting for tonight. But who's here and ready to go? Buick Man's here, Neil's here, Kevin L, Pete's on, Kevin Brown made it. And let's see, we are live on Facebook as well. So Facebook is working also. Charles is here with us. So ready to go tonight. Hopefully tonight goes smoother than last week. Obviously, I was on the road last week and didn't have hardly anybody on. Kevin L, who is one of our mods here that helps out on a couple of other channels as well. And he said it was definitely a YouTube issue last week. Trevor's here with us, so hopefully it's working smoother this week. We actually have some people on. Hey, there's Ron. And things will tick along a little better. It was pretty janky last week. I don't think anybody got their notifications. We only had like 20 people on. Comments were screwed up. Just nothing seemed to be working right at all. So we'll see if it's working and if everybody jumps on, if we get a few more people on tonight and have a decent chat. Obviously if we do, I've got auction stuff ready. We got everything ready tonight. I've got a super cool accessory, hubcap, promo, can, story time, new inventory. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Auto Trade Journal right there, as well as the Mega Badge. We're going to start the night off, though, with a Hudson Badge and the Auburn Badge. Get things rolling this evening. Hey, there's Christine. And as always, before we get too far into anything, a little bit of housekeeping. Please double check your comment before you hit send. If autocorrect changes it into something I can't understand, I will have to skip it. Hey, Hubcap's here with us. If you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page, this is a shared video from the Nobody Else's Auto page. You will need to be on the Nobody Else's Auto page on Facebook to comment or participate in the chat, or the Nobody Show YouTube channel. If you just want to hang out there and watch, you're perfectly fine. Hey, Jeff from Ottawa's here. Glenn's on with us. So, as always, occasionally we do get some trolls on here. You guys do a great job of making sure they know they are not welcome. We've got our mods helping us out with that as well. And I ignore them because they're trying to screw up our chat. So I'm just going to play through. John Anderson here with us. Super chats are always super awesome. And we do have the supercharged super chat badge warmed up and ready to go for any supercharged super chats that may pop up throughout the evening. And, of course, on YouTube, we do have ads. It's their game. They're going to do it. So, and they've been doing an awful lot of them lately. Even just, I had music on last night while I was working, and there was like 2 commercials before every song popped up. It was kind of crazy, actually. Hey, there's Sean. Jim Petty's here with us. So, anyway. I got some stuff at an auction. Oh, crap. I forgot to get some of that stuff out of the back seat. I still got auction stuff in the back seat I was going to throw in this auction tonight. We'll see if we get that far. Maybe I'll just have to get them next week. But I picked up a couple things that kind of made me think about adding something else. Hey, Dennis is here with us to the arrangement. Now, obviously, we've been kind of hunting and pecking on what we look at each week because sometimes we just don't get to everything. I build the episode out on Saturday night, and we've got the new inventory. We've got Auto Trade Journal. We've got badges, brochures, hubcap, promo model, can, story time, the raffle. And we don't always get to everything every week. I think I'm going to add a new category to that. And, some of this stuff is just going to be, if we get to it, we get to it. If not, it'll get moved the next week. But something else I want to add because of this piece I found Thursday, and a lot of other stuff I've got around here, we just kind of work them in occasionally. But I think I'm going to just kind of make another heading for it. Hey, there's Bill Disc of cool old accessories. You guys down for that? Hey, X-Ray Dean. Let's hit 1,000 chats tonight. Great idea, Pete. We have not been close to that in quite a while, so that'd be awesome. Okay, Jeff's down with it. So, like I said, if we find cool old accessories, we'll just kind of have a heading for that accessory. Like I said, we're adding so many pieces to this that sometimes we don't get to all of them, but that's okay. We just push them off till next week, and kind of keep things rolling. And that way, it's going to be a little bit different, from time to time, instead of just following down the list of check this one off, check this one off, check this one off. We'll check them out just a bit. So, and we'll just kind of bounce around, check out cool stuff. And that's ready to go, Neil. One at a time. We're going to get there, baby. 1,000 chats. So anyway, if you guys are cool with that, Jim's down with them. Hey, that's always a plus. Clutches come in handy at times. Definitely going to need paddle tires for the loader. Actually, I ain't even going to try to get the loader out. It is so wet. That thing sinks like a rock. So anyhow, you guys are good with that. We'll just add a line for accessories, and when we find cool old accessories, we will kind of mix those into the chat as well. So anyway, what happened this week? Obviously, I was out of town last week, so I didn't get home until Monday afternoon, and then kind of finally got rolling. Picked some cars up this week. Had the auction Thursday, and then, like I said, just we got about 3 inches of rain last night. It was kind of bananas around here last night. Obviously, I work out right here, every night. I've been sitting here through multiple storms tons of times. But, man, last night that wind got so bad, it was kind of wonky. I had to go look outside to make sure there wasn't a tornado or something coming the way this wind was howling in here last night. Like I said, as well as about 3 inches of rain. So if you didn't catch the short that I threw up just a little bit ago, you'll definitely want to see that. And I got another one I'll get up here after we get done tonight. I can't get them to load to Facebook for some reason. I've been trying to post reels to Facebook for the last 2 or 3 days, and nothing will go. So, that's right, John. Yeah, I think all the cats are okay. Some of them were outside. Ace and Z, yeah, those morons. It was about over, and I opened the door to peek out. And here they come, running in like wet rats. I was like, "You dummies! I told you to come in earlier." But whatever. But yeah, as far as I know, Jeff, I think they're all okay. Not any smarter, but drier. So at least they got that going. So anyhow, went to the auction Thursday, picked up some cool stuff there. We're going to look at one piece of that here in a little bit. There's a few cats at the yard, but they, those I can't even get close to. I do put food out for them occasionally, but I can't even get close to the yard cats. But I do see a few of them out there. I don't think there's any morons in here tonight, but I think they're all out in the shop. So found some cool stuff at the auction. Did pick up some cars on Wednesday that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. And the other main project I had going, we've talked about this a little bit. I've got a little bit more information on it. We've got the YouTube channel started. If you guys can go over and check it out, maybe give it a subscribe. I think you'll like the short that I just put up today. Barton County Sheriff's Department here, which is where we're at in Barton County in Great Bend, they have the opportunity to get back the 1860 Colt that belonged to the very first sheriff of Barton County. They've entered into an agreement with the family that it's still in the family, and they are looking for a place for it to go on permanent display as well. So they are working on an arrangement with the county to make that happen. So I've started a YouTube channel for them. We're working on fundraising because this is going to be an entire display in the courthouse. So if you guys think about it, I've only got a few videos up on that channel, but if you go over, give it a subscribe, maybe look at what we got going on there. We're gonna have some more cool stuff coming on there. I've just started with it, but it is Barton County Sheriff's Department - Kansas, and keep up with what we got going on that project because it's fun. So, rested from Petty Jean yesterday. No rain, but getting what you got earlier. Hey, there's Mark, and that's right. Happy Father's Day to everybody. And so anyhow, been working on that project. It's an 1860 Colt. It's pretty cool. I've seen pictures of it. But as part of the content we're working on, the sheriff did borrow a replica 1860 Colt, and we took that to the range on Thursday. So that was fun. So we've got a little bit more coming on that with from the stuff from the range, but we did have some fun out there. At on Thursday, we went out to the range with the Colt and shot some other stuff too, which was fun. We're heading my way tomorrow afternoon, Steve. Hey, there's David D. About time for a Hudson badge. Bodine's here. You want to see what we did at the range the other day, though? This is funny. See, here's a sample of the reel we put up. So the sheriff's actually firing that 1860 Colt. So you want to check some of that stuff out. It's turning into a fun project that I think it's going to come out amazing. I'm really excited about it. My good friend Mark that does our lunch at the gathering. A lot of you guys know Mark. He's working on designing the display because that's what he does. The guy's a master when it comes to layouts and designs, and for like cabinetry and buildings and stuff. So it's gonna be a pretty fun project, I think. So, so are you coming here, Steve, or just coming through this area, or whatever? Or what do you got going tomorrow? So anyway, working on that. Check that channel out. Give it a subscribe, and we're gonna get some more cool stuff up on there here real soon. Auburn badge. In fact, as we're building up to the mega badge, we're even gonna get the big Auburn badge out tonight as we work our way up to the mega badge. Sounds good, Steve. Just let me know what you're looking like. Awesome, guys. I appreciate that. We're going to get out the mega Auburn badge as we prep for the big badge tonight. So, yeah, give me a shout. Let me know what your schedule's like, Steve. I should be around most of the week. Hey, there's Big Rig Brett. Because, guys, I mean, obviously, I love my badges. We've got some pretty cool stuff. This particular badge here, a lot of people like to throw the term rare around because it's one of 27,432 yellow cars they made that year. This badge, and they had one of these cars at Auburn Court Duesenberg when we were there a couple weeks ago. Like we've talked about before, 8 Phaetons, 4 Cabriolets in 34 salons. This is a 34 salon, 12-cylinder, 8 Phaetons, 4 Cabriolets were built that used this. So now, hey, there's Double W. I got your text. Would you check that out, Weston? Just threw that up over on the No Buddies page. Speaking of the No Buddies page, we need to check that out as well and see what you guys have going on over on the No Buddies page. All right, what's up here? Oh, ouch. Sean just got plowed into. That sucks. Weston's got the auction up. John posting some of his auction wins, showing his displays off. There's Bradshaw's picture from Petty Jean. Pete picking up Nash parts. Austin sold a pickup. That ain't no fun. Hey, there's Steve Reed. So if you guys are not on the No Buddies page on Facebook, get there, be there. Answer the questions. Zach and Andy manage that page for us. I do not have anything to do with it, so you need to answer the questions so those guys can get you in. We're up to 135 members. We did gain a few this week. That's awesome, guys. So if you're not on the No Buddies Facebook page, jump over there, answer the questions. Those guys will get you in. post your projects on there, post your displays of your auction wins, and so everybody can kind of keep up with what you guys all have going on. It's awesome. Other than the fact that Sean's truck got plowed. Wow, on a hit and run, no less. So anyway, I think Facebook is working, but at least it shows it's working. But we've had 0 comments on Facebook tonight, which is kind of odd. But what did I pick up this week? I did pick 2 cars up Wednesday. A 63 LeSabre 2-door hardtop. No motor. Car doesn't look too bad, but it's fairly rusty when you start looking around the edges. There's kind of a little bit of rust everywhere. Just a quick glance, it doesn't look too bad, but it is a 2-door hardtop, so there's still definitely some good pieces on it. But no motor, and like I said, rustier than it looks at first glance. And I also picked up a 66 Mustang Coupe. Pretty rough. I've been sitting out in the pasture for like 40 years. The last tag on it was 86. No motor, has 289 badges on it, as well as 5-bolt wheels. So I think it was a V8 car. But beyond that, it's just kind of a basic old coupe the way it looks. But quite honestly, I haven't even looked at it yet. So we'll be taking a little bit better look at that one here in the near future. But those 2 I did get picked up, got them off my list, and got those hauled in this week prior to getting drenched last night with 3 inches of rain. So, Big Rig Brett in Chattanooga tonight. So, hey, there's Tractor Mike. So, anyway, where do we want to go next? Man, this brochure, the story time, auction stuff, we just got, and of course the new mega badge coming up. I tell you what, let's do something real quick here. Since this is laying on top of the stack, let's check out a couple more ads in the Auto Trade Journal real quick before we move on to something else, because just for the simple fact that this is on the top of the pile. So let's check out a couple more things in Auto Trade Journal from January 1, 1923. Let's find out where we left off here. Hey, there's Copper Scrapper. Working on the newest hoopty. All right. 5,285 inspections per car. The faithfulness of performance. Alan is on Facebook. Perfect. Alan, thanks for throwing that up. So I know that something's ticking over there. I mean, we usually don't have a ton of people over on Facebook, but I mean, there'd been nothing over there. So thanks for throwing that up, Alan. So I at least know that it is working. The faithfulness of performance, so universally remarked in Dodge Brothers motor cars, is due in no small part to the thoroughness with which each unit is inspected during the process of manufacture and assembly. A trained staff of 1,100 experts is employed in this work alone, and approximately 5,285 inspections are made on each car. So exacting and rigid are the standards applied to these inspections that the slightest variation, either in workmanship or material, is sufficient cause for immediate rejection. Dodge Brothers are almost over-scrupulous in their constant aim to make each car as sound and perfect as humanly possible. So, a lot of text on this ad, right over here on this one, but they wanted you to know that Dodge Brothers was that thorough in their manufacturing process. We're getting into articles, so Let's. This is weird. There's a bunch of ads right out of the gate. Oh wow, this is cool. There's a few other ads we didn't see. Let's check these ads out. This is pretty wild. Parrish and Bingham. 2-page ad. Parrish and Bingham. Pressed steel frames, axle housings, brake drums, step hangers, torque arms, engine pans, axle housing covers, and running boards for passenger cars, trucks, and tractors. From Parrish and Bingham. Two-page ad. That was a pretty big deal in 23. Yeah, that is, Christine. You're right. I mean, that's all they had, though. You know, there again, you didn't have digital media. You couldn't do a video. You had to do stuff like these little curly cues and stuff down here to make it, pop. That's all you had back then. Okay, yep, Dad's here with us too. He said he checked in earlier, must not have been working, but yep. So maybe there was some comment issues because Dad said he was here and commented earlier, but it didn't feed. So Facebook may have been hung up there for a bit. So if you guys are on Facebook, maybe it commented earlier. I didn't see it till just now. So if you threw something up earlier, go ahead and throw it up again so we can catch it. That's true. You knew what you were buying. Remember we looked at that one. Some of these, we caught some of these and some of them we missed. So oh wow, holy cow. What do you guys think of when you hear the name Ever Ready? What pops into your head when you say Ever Ready? Batteries, exactly. That's the first thing I think of. Well, in 1923, Bill Disc, Pete, everybody. Okay, that's the first thing that pops into my brain. Hubcap, batteries, Ever Ready. Okay. In 1923, they were selling Ever Ready welding and cutting apparatus type H1 welding outfit, $75. So everybody's thinking Ever Ready should be flashlight batteries. Nope, it was a cutting torch in 1923, baby. And it was $75 in 1920. Yeah, that was your next obvious answer, Bill. Nope, cutting torches and welding apparatus from the Ever Ready welding and cutting apparatus, manufactured by Oxweld Acetylene Company. I know exactly. That's exactly what I thought. It's the same logo. A girl in high school. There you go, Neil. No one was complete with that one. That's right. And obviously, while we're here, let's catch the next one. Gulf Refining. This thing is there again. Check this ad out. Check out the artwork on the Gulf ad. When you look at the detail work in this, look back here at the gas station, the gas pump, the car, the attendant, Gulf Supreme Auto Oil flows freely at 0. There again, you didn't have color, you didn't have digital, you didn't have anything. Yeah, exactly. And you're right. The letters are the oil. But there again, just like that, just caught Christine's eye. Thirsty Buick, man. How about that? Right through there. Drains out of the can, flows freely at 0. Hey, Mike from Texas is here. But there again, it's another sign of we can't do videos, we don't have color pictures. So they had to be extremely creative in what they did with these ads. So just crazy. And I didn't even realize this. Hey, there's Andy, the Rusty Okie. Until I sat this down, I didn't even realize this. So we're going to look at it again. So, and maybe you guys noticed this. We've got the oil can, flows freely at 0. We've got the car at the service station. But look, I think this is supposed to be snow. So it is literally a wintertime scene showing flows freely at 0. Hey, Samson's here with us. Definitely hit those questions, guys, so Andy can get you on the page, please. So I didn't even realize that. The oil is flowing and the snow is like running off as well. 1540 don't flow in the winter. Yeah, that's true. So this must have been lighter than 1540. But, we looked at this ad and it was cool, but then you look at the detail work and the more detail work that we see when we look at it again, and it's just crazy. But I don't know what weight this oil is. What's it say? Every dealer should be interested in supplying seasonable oil to his customers. Winter motoring demands the use of an oil possessing a very low cold test, else much damage to bearings and cylinder walls is sure to result. Supreme Auto Oil flows freely at 0, starts with the engine, lubricates thoroughly and continuously. The dealer who stocks Supreme Auto Oil is sure of a steady flow of customers. For particulars, address our nearest office with the Gulf Refining Company. So, it does not list what weight this oil is other than it flows freely at 0. So let's see if it tells us. Oh, Wisconsin gets colder than that. Doesn't even have the weight on it. So I guess while we're here, we'll go ahead and do the oil can for the Supreme Auto Oil from Gulf. There goes hearts. taking that as you guys are digging this. Yes, I have the can. I have the actual can from the 1923 ad. There goes more hearts. So yes, if you'll look at the ad, the can in the ad, and we have the Supreme Auto Oil can here. And yes, you'll notice this does have a spout so it can pour freely at 0. The hearts are still going. Yes, it does have the pour spout still here. The pour spout still intact, just as seen in the 1923 Auto Trade Journal. The hearts are still going. You all right there, Kevin L? So this is a pretty good can, obviously. I don't know if the hearts can go any faster. That's a lot of hearts, which is good because that means you guys are digging the can. So let's check this can out a little bit closer. Supreme Auto Oil, this is on both sides. Contents 1 gallon. The sides are the same. Now this end has a different symbol that also says Supreme Auto Oil. And then this end, this is kind of cool too. It says Supreme Auto Oil. And just as we just learned about Supreme Auto Oil, it flows freely at 0. Starts with the engine. Pours out of the can freely in the winter. With our handy dandy pour spout. 1 gallon. And I mean, it's literally, if you look, the handle is angled with the spout. Just like it is in the magazine. And if we look close at the magazine, I think it is the same. If we can look close here, we can see it has kind of a circle type imprint on the end right under the spout, just as we have on the end of this one. Light, medium, heavy, and extra heavy. Okay, that clarifies it. Scott's here with us. So, there it is, the Gulf Refining Company Supreme Auto Oil. Flows freely at 0 with the handy dandy spout. So we do know for a fact that this can is just over 100 years old. So kind of a fun way to do a can when we've got the exact can in a 100-plus-year-old magazine that we're looking at, complete with pour spout. Thanks, Sean. So anyway, that kind of gets us catching those last handful of ads on Auto Trade Journal for right now. Kind of catches us up to articles. So we're going to get to a little bit of that here probably next week. It's not a table of contents, it's an index of contents. Any price on it? I know I paid a lot for it. I I don't want to sell it by any means, but I know I paid quite a bit for it. But it, and I knew it was early, but didn't know it was early 20s until I literally was flipping through the Auto Trade Journal the other day and seen it. So I think that one is a keeper. I probably paid too much for it anyway. So we'll start looking at some of the, we'll read through the table of contents, index of contents real quick. So you guys have some idea of what's coming up, and then we'll move on. So what's coming up in the Auto Trade Journal? Original price. Oh, there's nothing on it as far as original price. Where some of them actually had it printed on the can. No, there is not anything like that at all on here. And I don't think there was anything on the ad either. Hey, there's Tim B. Balin Wire made it. Balin Wire, I bought some killer IH cans. You're going to like them. No price in the ad either. So what's coming up in the January 1923 Auto Trade Journal? Better distribution methods needed. Better service to feature 1923. Buyers demand more individuality. Don't unsell a good car to sell a new one. Efficient distribution means factory to consumer. Equipment market grows steadily. Flat rates pay in this electrical business. Forcing the market is bad business. Hanging up a sales record. Low-priced closed cars widen market. Now that's something kind of to think about. So there are some online, yeah, and I've got a lot more than that in this one. So, kind of weird, you think, closed cars, because a lot of cars were still open in 23. Making friends with the banker, planning and organizing the dealer sales department, some ways to make the service department profitable, sound business methods to sell tires. This will be the industry's best year if. What about truck prices in 1923? Who loses most on change of dealers? And why forcing the market is forcing small dealers out of business. Wow. Just by reading those topics, we could put January 1, 2026 on it, and most of these would be about the same topics. We'll look at what some of these articles coming up in future episodes and see how it works and see what they really look like. But it's, most of the stuff is the same thing you would see in a trade journal today in 2026. So anyway, we got some more. Exactly, Pete. Yeah. So we've got some more fun times coming with these couple of auto trade journals I picked up recently. But like I said, catching a bit of them here and a bit of them there makes it a lot of fun. So starting to look for things I see in old magazines. Have a checker flag sticker for the Gets gear you can order back in the magazine in the 50s. That's cool. Hudson badge. Okay. We've got an accessory. We've got a promo. We've got mega badge. We've got story time. We have raffle. Let's talk about the raffle real quick before I forget. Because next week we are giving away the Hemi valve cover. Finished. Somebody had started Beat Blasting before I got it. I didn't finish it because whoever does it, whether you want to paint it black, silver, whatever color you want it, figured I'd let you do it how you want. Obviously, I was out of town last week. I'm going to burn through everybody that I've got in as of right now. John Sanderson, Motor Mark, David D, Kevin L, Austin McCoy, Sean White, Big Job, Dennis Chapman, and another one from Austin. And Sean hitting us up with a supercharged super chat. Coming in from Sean. Thanks, Sean. First one of the night. Boom! Supercharged super chat from Sean. Thanks, sir. So those are the names that are currently in the raffle for the Hemi valve cover. And like I said, next week we will give that away, and then we will roll out the raffle for July. What do you guys want to do for the next raffle? Any ideas? What do you want next? What have we done this year? We did the aluminum T-Bird valve cover. We did mystery box. We did Tucker Topics. We did toy trucks. We've done the Hemi valve cover. So we've done 2 valve covers, toys, the Tucker Topics, and a mystery box. So a plaid valve cover, I can't help you out on plaid valve covers. I do not have any. But I know I've got some more toys that we could do. I've got more valve covers. So if you guys think of something you want to see in an upcoming raffle or some sort of an idea or topic, you want to do another steering wheel? I'll have to see what I've got for steering wheels, or I thought I'd seen one yesterday. Brochures. We could do some brochures too. Steering wheel, I thought I saw one. An Edsel grill. Yeah, I've only got one good one. A whole Camaro, yeah. A tire display stand. A cool gauge panel. I've got a pretty neat tire display stand. It's got like a jet on it. It's pretty cool. I actually had kind of forgotten about that. But I think it's still around. I do have kind of a cool tire display stand. Is that something you guys might be interested in? I'm making some other notes on some of this stuff as well. So, all right, I'll do some looking around, and we'll see what I can come up with for next month. I know I've got some stuff set back, so I'll do some looking. I just didn't know if there was a general consensus of what everybody wanted to see next. But anyway, this is your last week to get in for the Hemi valve cover. Old emblems. I may have a couple of like enamel badges we could do. Ron's down for the tire display. It's just one of those deals. It's like a stand that the tire sat in. But this one was cool because it had like a jet on it. I don't remember what company it was, but it wasn't just a plain white one that said tire on it. I mean, it had like a jet flying across it or something. So maybe I'll see if I can find that. So we'll see. But that gives me some ideas on some stuff to look for as I'm looking around next week for the next raffle. Okay. Hubcap promo mega badge. And if we want to do auctions tonight, like I said, I got a ton of stuff piled up here. If you guys want to do auctions, I never disappoint. Okay, well, thanks, Dean. I try to come up with something cool, so appreciate that. $1 a chance, Tim. You send me $5, you're in the big Buick oil can 5 times. $10, 10 times, and so $1 a shot, and we'll get you into the big Buick oil can. And next week, that Hemi valve cover is going to be heading to somebody else's man cave to hang on their wall because it's a Hemi valve cover and it's cool. You just can't not be cool when you got a Hemi valve cover on the wall. It's just the way it works. So, model kits. I don't think I've got anything really that old. I mean, I've got a lot of model kits, but a lot of it's within the last 20 years. So I don't have like something super cool that's like 50 years old that I can think of that I would give away. Hey, Scott. So anyway, you guys ready to see the badge? Now, a few of you have seen it in person. Because when I got this, I actually saw Pete and Kevin that morning. Pete and Kevin were the first ones. They saw it 3 hours after I got it. Neil saw it because I saw him on race week. Kevin Brown saw it. And Tim stopped by it and he saw it when Tim was here. It's pretty special. A promo. We could do a promo raffle. I know I've got one promo that I could raffle. It should be there. Sounds good. Thanks, Tim. I know one promo, but one promo, it would be better to have two promos for a raffle. So that's also a possibility. Got insurance and the original plates on the old Lincoln. It went on its first road trip today. Awesome. So if you got any clips of that, Sean, throw that up on the Nobody's page. So everybody saw the diesel Lincoln backing out of the garage, but that is awesome that the diesel Lincoln is officially back on the road. That is super cool. So, back to badges. We have to have a Hudson badge, and we're going to have to have an Auburn badge as we get ready for this. It's laying right here. I almost need sunglasses. Can you see the reflection of the glow on my face from the badge, mega badge? Promo brochure combo. That's something, that's awesome, Christine. That's something we hadn't thought of. We could maybe do a mixture of a couple different things, like a couple brochures and a promo and a badge, something like that. Kind of a mashup is another idea as well. We usually get something that's $100, $150. Maybe we get, 2 or 3 things that are 50 or 75. Would that be kind of cool if we do, a couple things that are maybe a little under 100 or like 3 things that are like $50, $60 pieces, and kind of do like a couple of different things maybe. So maybe that's an idea because we've done that once or twice, but we've never really done a mix-up type thing. Car lot bundle, yeah, maybe we do like a mixture. That's a good idea. All for the same car. I'd have to see what I got. How about a part off the Marlin? I'll have to see what I got because I don't have a lot of promos that are duplicates. I would have to see if I had a promo that I had a brochure with and maybe make a package to go with that promo. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look around at that. You guys have given me some good ideas, so we'll kick that around a bit and see what we think. But anyway, back to Mega Badge here. Like I said, a few people have seen it in person, and you guys expressed a few of your comments last time, and you guys did concur with something COE related. Hey, working with Wiley's here. Glad you made her tonight. I don't have a lot of COE extra stuff on the truck that just came in, but so you guys have, they've been sworn to silence. They've been sworn to secrecy. So fortunately, nobody's let the cat out of the bag. But when we were talking about it for spectacular, amazing, it is all of that. This badge is not an original, however. This badge was made from what Doug Prey told me. He thought this run was made in the 60s. They are actually what is being used on cars, though. If you're restoring one of these cars, you have to find this badge because none of the originals are good enough for the caliber of restorations on these cars. And the rep. Oh, I knew I had a yawn in there. The reproductions that are out there today, and I saw one on eBay, extremely poor quality. And I mean, I can see why. This is a pretty good size piece. And the extremely poor quality ones were like $700. So this one here is a pretty special piece. Where's my tape measure at? Okay, I want to make sure I got my tape measure handy. So are you guys ready to see it? I know we've talked about it. I know we've hyped it up. I hope it lives up to the hype. So now, everybody wouldn't be sworn to silence anymore, but are we ready? Are we ready to see what I consider, on caliber with like this? Hey, Dispatch Brian. Yep, I don't plan on dropping it. Now, the other crazy thing about it is this badge does not even mount on the exterior of the car. This badge mounts under the hood. And it is this spectacular. One that is a very, very poor reproduction is $700. And it looks almost nothing like this one. This is the one, in fact, they're doing a car, and they had two of these badges. And you have this one that was reproduced decades ago, and the other one is going on the car. So this is the high enough caliber it's going on the car. The one I saw on eBay was horrible, and it was $700. So without further ado, bring it on. What we have, what I consider one of the most important mega badges in our collection, the firewall badge that mounts just above the twin cams on the twin overhead cam straight 8 Model J Duesenberg engine. This thing is gorgeous. This mounts on the firewall above the engine. There goes a lot of hearts. Nitro pill. You need a nitro pill. Yeah. So can you guys see why I was so excited about adding this badge to the collection? Yeah, I figured you're ready to hit send, Kevin. Yeah, it is. It's something else. So, a little bit more about these. This actually is 2-piece, and it bolts to the firewall. Your knees are shaking again. So we take these off, and this is actually a completely separate badge. It bolts through the plate and bolts to the firewall. That's Heather Beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So this slaps on there, and then you would put this onto the firewall. Hey, Motor Mark's here. So anyway, yeah. Now, size-wise, now remember, this mounts right above the twin cams on that straight 8 on a J. This is 6 5/8 long. And it is about 2 5/8 high at the highest point. Now, when we got this out, of course, I'm at Auburn Court Duesenberg, and Doug knows I love to buy badges and cool stuff like that. So we're looking around. In fact, we can do some auctions, Motor Mark. In fact, I've got some Auburn Court Duesenberg stuff that I need to auction, so I got to pay for this stupid thing. But I don't even have that box in here yet. I need to go get that box. But yeah, I need to generate money to pay for this. But when we got this out, we're looking at stuff, and Doug's like, I got something I know you're going to like. But it just depends on whether you probably ain't going to want to pay up for it. And I was like, I don't know. Try me. And he's like, Duesenberg badge. And I'm like, just reel me in the boat and fillet me up. So he gets it out and shows it to me, and I'm like, you guys are seeing it on the screen. I'm holding it in my hand. I'm holding it in my hands when he hands this to me. And I'm like, wow. So they had a firewall there. Because they actually we were looking at a bunch of Duesenberg parts that they have in stock. And like I said, the reproductions on eBay are actually, at least the one that I saw. Maybe there's some more of these on there. I don't know. But what I saw on eBay literally do not even have studs. You have this badge and then this plate, and you have to glue them together. And the letters were all janky, where these letters are very crisp and clear with the blue, blue enamel. They were pretty janky. Like I said, no studs. But Doug had a firewall there, an actual J. And this badge is so precise that when we stuck it on the firewall, I didn't take the nuts off of it. The nuts were still on here. The holes, the studs on this are so precise to the holes that I literally just took this and stuck it up there, slid it in the holes, and it held itself right there because the holes are that exact on this badge compared to a Duesenberg firewall. So, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was worth all the hype. I hope I didn't disappoint anyone by making it up to be more than it was. But based on what Doug said, is this, when they made this run of them, this is the only reproduction that is quality enough to go on a car. Because obviously, if you're restoring a $2 to $4 million Duesenberg, should have got the firewall. Yeah. You got to have a pretty nice badge. You're disappointed. Okay, hearts are still going, so I'm thinking that's good. You can't have an old beat up janky badge. Oh, coming in, David D, coming in hot with another supercharged super chat. Hopefully in honor of the Duesenberg badge. Boom. Thanks, David D. for the second supercharged super chat of the night. So anyway, there it is. Obviously, I think it kind of hangs in, this type of caliber of stuff. And knowing that the cars that are being restored today, this is the piece they have to have. Even if they have an old rough original, this is the one that is considered the quality enough replacement for a $3 million car going to Pebble Beach. So, yeah. Needless to say, I was a little geeked. I think so, Sean. Like I said, when Doug handed it to me, you reel me in the boat. I just took that hook and ate the whole thing. So, it's kind of up there with, of course, the original Cobra badge from one of the first 100 Cobras that were ever built by Shelby. If you guys remember that badge, the real deal from car, somewhere Wick said the first couple dozen cars had one badge, and somewhere around car 25 or 26, they switched to this badge that I've got in the case there, and they used that on about 60 cars. So there were about 60 Cobras built that use this Cobra badge that I've got, and this is a real deal original Cobra badge off of a real deal AC Shelby Cobra. So anyway, I got an emblem problem if you guys haven't figured it out. We like badges. So one more time, there she is, the Duesenberg Model J Firewall emblem. And there goes the hearts. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh. Anyway, what do you guys want to do next? I don't know. I really actually don't know where you go from that. Where do you go from that? Story time on how you came across the Cobra badge. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Pete needs a cigarette. You guys remember the Cobra badge, or you want me to grab it real quick, and then we can move on? Promo. We can definitely do the promo, and let me guys know. I got the Cobra badges in the case right here. I can grab it if you guys want to see it real quick. We'll do the promo model, and then do you guys want to do auctions tonight or not? Tonight's promo is actually a little bit rough, but it's not one that we had, so we went ahead and snagged it. And it is an earlier one, which kind of means that sometimes they are a little bit rougher. Mark's ready for auctions. Tim's ready for auctions. So if you guys want auctions next, sound off so I know we're ready to go. Duh. But tonight's promo from 1954, and like I said, it's a little bit rough, but we didn't have anything like it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. The 1954 Pontiac two-door hardtop. So, as is pretty common with some of these early plastic promos, they do get a little rough. They warp, they misshape, things like that. It's like you guys are ready for auctions, I'm guessing. So, let's get this Pontiac checked out. Then we'll work into some promos, or excuse me, auctions. This one, and there again, these were much more crude. Now, this is just a basic metal bottom, nothing fancy, no interior. It's got full windows all the way around, which don't block much, other than the fact that they're really janky. But one thing about it is, and of course, this is a 54, which this grill is extremely popular for customs. It is missing the hood badge here. And of course, as we all know, Pontiac had these silver streaks on them. And the back, we can see pretty well where they actually had strips molded into the body, and then they had, it looks like a piece pushed up from the bottom to resemble the silver streak on the hood and the trunk of these cars. Now, there again, with this being early plastic and all these tiny thin strips on the hood, these have actually started to separate up here on the hood. Like I said, this one's a little bit rough, but I didn't have anything like it. Now, it does still have the Chief Pontiac hood ornament on here, but a lot of these strips have separated. And here's where you can kind of see right, well, there you can see it right there. That's the piece that goes up from the bottom that pressed into these strips, like we can clearly see on the back, to resemble the silver streak on them. This obviously wouldn't just, this one didn't last. So, like I said, it's a little bit rough, but it does have the, rear bumper, front bumpers all still here, all what appears to be all the original tires and hubcaps. So not the best, but not terrible either. It does have a crack over here in this fender. Is the color of metallic? Matt's got a green 53. Nice. I think it was. When I polished this today, I did hit it very light and quickly with some rubbing compound. And it looks like, I mean, we can see some slight differentiation in the color here versus here. But I think this was supposed to be, maybe even it was a painted body to make it a metallic. But I think it was kind of supposed to be, Jeff. But there it is, the 1954 Pontiac two-door hardtop promo in kind of a gray, silver. Not sure exactly what it was supposed to be, but there it is. So let's back that one over here in the garage. And I guess I should move the auction pile over here, right? Let me regroup here a bit, and we'll add a few things to your guys' collections. Just bear with me. Let me get regrouped here. Okay. Auction time. As always, we'll hold up a piece. We'll talk about that piece. We'll talk about the car. We'll point out any damage it may have. We may give you some dimensions on it depending on what it is, so you know how big something is. And as we're doing that, if you're interested in that piece, go ahead and throw a bid up so that I know we have interest in it and we're ready to go. After we get done with the description, we will put it on a timer. We will go 90 seconds. I will have my phone sitting right here, right where I can keep an eye on it, and I will hit go, and we will watch it right here. I'll tell you when 30 seconds have passed. I'll tell you when 60 seconds have passed. And when this hits 130, denoting 90 seconds, I will announce the winner as the high bidder based on what I see on my screens at that point. So far, it looks like things are working much better tonight than they were last week, and hopefully that continues. However, I do have both Facebook and YouTube up, so if I read out a bid that you do not see, that means we may have somebody bidding on the other format. So, shipping is included in the 48 states unless otherwise noted. If you're a non-U.S. buyer, that's fine, but you will have to pay for shipping to get stuff out of the country. And also, if you just have one or two small things, I usually hold that until I can put a little more in the box and justify the shipping, because it's, even to ship a small box anymore is $8 or $10. And if you have a $12 license plate, it's going to cost almost that to ship it. So I usually wait till you get a couple things to go in a box to get it headed your way. So anyhow, we will go ahead and start with that tonight. Let's see. One test bid. There we go. And that's true. You guys might want to go ahead and hit refresh and make sure you are current and up to speed as we get started here in just a second. Pete's sighted in. You guys all refreshed, ready to rock and roll, ready to go, ready to get this show on the road, ready to let the monkeys out into the circus, get things going. So the first item up for bid should be whatever the heck this is. Go. 60 seconds, flash auction right out of the gate. Motorcycle plate of something. Brand new in the package, 60 seconds. Go. Flash auction. We're starting right out of the gate. I don't know what it is. You're getting what is in here, but it is motorcycle sized. So it is a motorcycle plate. Christine with 22. 10 with Andy. 22 with Christine. Flash auction right out of the gate. We're going to kick this show off. Here we go. 22 with Christine. And we are at the halfway point as of right about now. 30 seconds are gone. 30 seconds left to go on a flash auction. Christine at 22. She knocked everybody out of the gate right off the bat. We're going to find out here in a few short seconds that nobody even going to bid against her. That's 30 with Big Job. Big Job's out there hiding. Hadn't seen Big Job at all tonight. 23 with Motor Mark. And just about ready to wrap this up. Big Job at 30. Big Job buys all these motorcycle plates. He's getting all the different numbers. And that does it. Big Job at 30. I wonder if this is similar to one of the other ones you've got on a flash auction. Big Job sneaking in at 30. That's right. He was hiding in the bushes, sighting in. Just waiting to take the shot. So you want to see what it is, Big Job? See if it matches one of the other ones you've been getting? Yes, okay. Let's see if this matches some of the others you're getting. You're buying all these new old stock motorcycle plates I have. You ready? 68. Have you got some 68s? I know you got some 68s because you buy all of them. I'm sure you've got some 68s. It's a beauty. I mean, it's what's never been out of the package. Yeah, it's as good as it gets. There's no doubt about it. Nice piece. Good way to start the night. Let's see. What else you guys want? What else we want to do? I got some killer cans, more plates. What all we got here? Another Chevy horn button. How about let's do another one of these? We did one of them a couple weeks ago. We've got 2 sets left. So this is choice. Big Job. I think Big Job got the other set because I'll put this plate with it to get him headed his way. But these are the old school accessory adjustable silencers guaranteed to reduce air and wind noise. We looked at these a couple weeks ago. We sold 1 set of them. We have, I don't know what these are good for, but they're cool. These are definitely 50s era accessories. There is a pair of them. They're kind of hung together here. What do we got going here? There we go. We got green ones. I don't know if you want to put these on a car, but they're super cool accessories. And we've got the pink ones left. You're going to get your choice, or you can take them both if you want. On the adjustable silencer, guaranteed to reduce wind noise. They're great display pieces. So, with the remnants of the original box, you can pick one or you can take them both. Who's going to start us off on this set of accessories? I got just junk scattered everywhere now. I dumped all this stuff out. Now I got a mess. All right, let me get regrouped here. Okay. Let me get them out so you can see them. You got the pink or the green. You can choose one pair or take both 2 times the money. On the accessories, here we go. And we're on the timer. Pink or green, both brand new in the box. Just some cool, old, funky 50s plastic accessories. Big Job took the blue ones last time. Nobody must want green or pink because everybody was bidding on the blue ones, apparently. 10 was Sean. $30 seconds gone. 60 seconds left to go. 10 was Sean. These would mount I think near the vent window to kind of reduce the wind that was coming in them. You know, there was all kinds of these weird accessories back in the 50s for this type of stuff. Remember, you didn't have air conditioning. So there was all kinds of these weird accessories to reduce wind noise, drag, or wind noise, direct air blasting on you. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. Sean at 10. You got to get them both for $10 a set. So there was all kinds of this stuff back in that era. That's what's kind of cool about them today. Sean at 10, we're coming down to the end. About ready to wrap them up. 11 with Big Job. And that does it. Big Job at 11. I assume you probably want both sets for that, but to go with your blue ones. So let me know if you want one or if you want both sets at 11 a set. Both, yeah. That's what I figured. That's what I would do. Well, Big Job's been hiding in the bushes, but he come out with a vengeance tonight. Hey, there's Tim. Okay. That's right. That's a good point, Big Job. I got a hubcap laying here that I was actually going to look at for tonight's hubcap, but it's laying right here on top. So I guess we can do. You guys want to do a hubcap? We'll call this tonight's hubcap at the auction. How about that? Tonight's cap at the auction. So I'm going to mark it off on my list saying we did it. This cap is early 60s Ford. I think it's a Falcon. I thought this thing was NOS till I washed it. It was all dusty. But I think it's been used, just extremely well preserved. Either it was removed very early in life or it was on a car that never sat outside. Because this does appear to be all original paint. We've done a few of these in the past, but nothing to this caliber. And like I said, what I believe is early 60s era Ford Falcon. Check this thing out. I am 90% sure this is all original paint. The backside still has brown primer on it. Now, there goes the hearts. I don't blame you. This thing is really cool. 20 was Sean. I really believed it was NOS because I could see the brown primer on the back. But after I washed it with just soap and water, there's some specks in the silver here. And if you look around the outside perimeter here, it's been on a wheel, I'm sure. It's just been extremely well preserved. Like I said, either it was not on the car very long or it was on a car that painted cap was Van or Pick Econoline. Okay, so that makes sense. So it came with a bunch of Econoline stuff. So, and Econoline used a lot of Falcon parts. So that makes perfect sense. So this would be Econoline probably. But like I said, it looks spectacular. So Sean's starting us off at 20. Let me give you a dimension on it. About 9 5/8. I've got John at 21, and we're going to hit the timer, and we're going to sell it to one of you guys. Like I said, I'm 90% sure this is all original paint. And here we go. John at 21. $22 with Tim B as we come up on the 30-second mark. 30 seconds gone. 22 at Tim B. This thing looks great. I could see a sniper jumping in here at the end on this one, so let's watch out, guys. 30 with John. Coming up on that 1 minute mark, 35 with Tim. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. 40 with John. We're ticking away. We're coming out of the end. I've got John at 40. We'll see if anybody jumps in and snipes this at the end because it's a good-looking cap. 55 with Big Job. There we go. I knew somebody was going to come in there with Big Gun. Sean, 42. Big Job, 55. Couple seconds left to go. And once again, Big Job cleans up at 55. You guys should have known Big Job was taking a shot because it's a great-looking Ford piece. Big Job pretty much cleaning house tonight, guys. John came back at 57, and it was too late. I just keep putting hash marks on my buyer's name because Big Job is cleaning up. But it is a cool piece. Let's see. Oh, you still out there baling wire? It is a great cap. It really is. There's no doubt about it. Oh, I got something here. I'm not going to look at this. I'm just going to sell it. Because if I look at it, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to sell you a magazine that we'll flip through it here as we're looking at it. It's over 100 years old. It's not an auto trade journal, but it is the American Automobile Digest from February of 1924. Accessory review. An actual picture of the Fiat factory with a test track on it. That's a big picture for this era in a magazine. Most of these pictures are all drawings. This thing is amazing. Wiring diagram for a Rickenbacker. Wiring diagrams for a Stutz. No bid so far, which is good because I'm about to throw this in my pile, which is why I knew I don't need to look at it. Air compressors. Oh, great. Now you guys are bidding on it. I was almost thought I was going to get away with keeping this because this is kind of wow. It is not as big as an auto trade journal. Um, 120 pages in this American Automobile Digest. 120 pages, so not as thick as an auto trade journal. An absolutely amazing piece of history. 102 years old. And I guess we're going to have to sell it because you guys started bidding on it. I've got Dean at 14, and there we go. We're on the timer. GMC caps. Okay. I will definitely keep that in mind, John. 14 with Dean. We're on the timer. Amazing piece here. Sounds good, Tim. Glad you were here. Well, I don't know. That sounds like a lot more fun than hanging out here. But, hey, you do you. That sounds like a heck of a fun fishing trip. 30 seconds gone. Dean at 14. So we'll see what happens at the end on this one because everybody's kind of sitting on their thumbs. One minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. Ramen noodles next week. Yeah, it's worth it. 14 with Dean. We're ticking away. We're about down to wrap this up. Few seconds left. Dean at 14. Is that it? 22 with Kevin Brown. And that does it. I figured there was going to be 20 to 25 bucks out there for this. Yep. John at 20. That was too late. That's literally that 20 to 25 windows where I figured we were going to be. Kevin at 22. And well worth it. It's a killer piece. Yeah, that's a cool piece. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure Kevin's going to definitely enjoy that. Here's a beauty of a plate. We've done a couple of these in the past. I don't have very many of them. But these are great. This one from 1978. I think condition is new on it, actually, because I don't see where there are ever any screws put in it. On this 1978 Wyoming with the Bucking Bronco on it. This thing is gorgeous. This is a printed plate. It's a metal base with the reflective printing on it. However, it is all stamped in there. You can see the Bucking Bronco stamped right in it. And these things are awesome. I'm sure if you live in Wyoming, they're probably common, but don't see a ton of them. I've had a few of them. I've got a few that I kept, but I don't even see where there was ever a screw put into any of these holes. So, great looking piece. John's starting us off at 10. We're on the timer. Here we go. 1978 Wyoming. There we go. 28 with Christine as our tie bidder. It's a great looking plate. I just looked up and there's like 3 or 4 bids popping up. Christine at 28. 30 seconds gone. Yep, that's true. 1 minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. And that was kind of a rush. A bunch of bids and then nothing. So I was going to be curious to see what happens here in a few seconds as we get a little closer to the end. Typically, those get pretty interesting. I got Christine at 28. What's going to happen? We're coming down to the end here. Is it going to hold? No. Big job at 35. Just about ready. And Krishan at 36 at the 130 mark. Holy cow. That was no closer. It was going to 130 and Sean's 36 popped up. No way you could have cut it any closer, but he got it done just barely. Sean at 36. Holy cow. Cool piece. Who wants to do some cans? We got any can guys out there tonight? Yeah, Sean, I'd give yourself an extra second and a half next time, maybe, buddy, because it was that tight. But you got it in. Living on the edge, yep. Yeah. There you go, big job. You let him have it. That's right. All right, we ready for some cans? We'll see how many we want to do. I'll start off with this one. We'll see where we go with it. Great looking can here. Little bit of discoloration, wonkiness at the bottom. But it's got the Pegasus on it, and that's the important part. This is a metal Mobile luster cloth, cleans and polishes automobiles and furniture. Polishing cloth can, original lid. Cloth is still in there. The polishing cloth is in there. Folded up, tucked away. A little bit of paint loss down here at the bottom, obviously, and a little on the side. The back, it doesn't really extend much to the back of the other side. Directions on the back, registered trademarks, New York, made in USA. Probably 50s, maybe early 60s, but a great looking piece. Size-wise on these, not the can you're looking for. It's about 5.5 inches tall and about 3.5 across. But a beautiful can. So what can are you looking for, Wiley? Maybe we got one in the pile. Who knows? So anyway, let's get things boogieing. Here we go on the mobile polishing cloth can. All metal, 50s, maybe early 60s. Metal oil. We've got some metal oil cans down here. Obviously, big job. But nobody on the mobile polishing cloth can yet. Coming up on the 30-second mark. I thought this was a good-looking piece. 14 with Christine. 5, Kevin L. 10, I've got 14 with Christine. 30 seconds gone. $15 with Glenn. 15 with Motor Mark. I don't think that's going to hold anyway, so. One minute left. Somebody's going to break up Glenn and Mark here pretty quick. Coming out of the end, Glenn and Mark. I had Glenn first at 15, but surely 15 ain't going to get this. But it might. There we go. 17 with Sean. And we're going to add this one to Sean's pile at 17. Kevin had a 20 and it was too late. Okay, what else we want to do? Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff I forgot to get out. I got stuff from Auburn Court Duesenberg. I got a bunch of stuff in the back seat. So I'll have to get that stuff out for next week. But in the meantime, let's... Oh, how about a horn button? We ain't done a horn button. 24 with Tim. That was really hung up. That just popped up. So got any Oldsmobiles in the bag? I don't think I got any specifically Oldsmobile stuff tonight. But I do have a horn button. This one's all plastic. From Rambler. Kind of a 3D effect with the R. You guys can kind of see that thing. It kind of, literally kind of the R is kind of like supposed to kind of look suspended, I think, in there. It's kind of funky. We can see in the back where the R is actually molded into it. It does have a little bit of depth to it. Black along the sides here. Silver background and kind of almost a gold tint to the R. Because, I mean, hey, it is a Rambler, right? It is about 2 5/8 at the widest point in width. And it's actually a couple of inches deep, about 1 3/4 deep over here. So something kind of a little bit different, but kind of a cool one. The way they are is kind of 3D type suspended in the button. So anyway, on the Rambler horn button, Tim hit it 30 seconds. Yeah, so there's a heck of a lag. So you guys may want to definitely go ahead and hit refresh here real quick, and then we'll start the horn button here in just a second. So I'll give everybody a few seconds. Go ahead and hit refresh before I start the timer on the horn button, since we definitely know we've got a pretty serious lag out there. So if we're ready, we're going to go ahead and start the horn button. So here we go. We're live on the Rambler horn button. If everybody comes back online, and we're ready to go. 50 with Sean. Maybe Sean just plans on owning this and just taking everybody out right out of the gate. $30 seconds gone. We'll see if anybody's going to even attempt to mess with Sean. Hey, there's Leo. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, nobody messing with Sean. Sean's coming out with a big stick. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. We're ticking away. We're coming out of the end. I will see if anybody's going to take a shot at Sean, but 51 with Big Job. Couple seconds left, and Big Job gets it done at 51. It is kind of a neat, funky piece. Okay. Let's catch. Where are we at on time, too? Wow, shoot, we're almost 2 hours in. Holy cow. Let's catch a couple more auction things, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Let's sell this. Go. 60 seconds on the timer. Flash auction. You're getting whatever this license plate is. This is what you're getting. I just reached over. I grabbed it out of the stack. 15 with Working with Wiley. And this is what you're going to get. 20 with David D. Almost halfway there. 20 with David D. You get whatever's in the envelope. It is brand new. 30 seconds gone. $20 with David D. $30 with Sean. Few seconds left. Here we go. We're wrapping it up. Coming out of the end. 30 with Sean. Couple seconds left. And that will do it. 30 to Sean on whatever this is. So you usually want to open them, right, Sean? Open. Okay. Here we go. $21 with Tim. That was super old. That literally just popped up, Tim. It's another 68. McPherson County, 1968. And it's just as nice as the motorcycle plate we just sold. So, yeah. And I've got a pile of these guys. I just reach over and yank one out of the stack and hold it up. But man, that thing's just beautiful. And it's got a 42 in it. Yep, that's right. You bet, Sean. It's a good looking piece. I'm glad you're excited about it. Now we're having water soup instead of ramen noodles. We can do a regular oil can. We haven't done a regular oil can yet tonight. This one's dinged up a little bit, but it's a pretty nice looking can. So let's go ahead and do a regular metal quart. I don't know if it's in the book or not. For some reason, I didn't think it was, but I want to double check. No, not in the book. So this is probably 60s. Well, there's a 66. It's got a date on it, so it's 60 years old. It's got a 66 on the back in small letters. It is full. It is new oil stock, so I will have to drain it if I ship it. On this Texaco Haviland. Now, the blue and white Havilands are pretty common. Is that an old bid working with Wiley, or are you just diving in on the oil can before we even see it? This one is a Texaco Haviland, but it's silver and blue. So it's a little different. Okay, we're 25 with Wiley ready to go, which it's worth that. So you're going to get big jump down the water for a month. So the white and blue Texaco Havilands, like we sold the gallon and the quart a few weeks ago, are fairly common. This is silver and blue. So a totally different configure or layout, or different color. It's similar configuration with kind of the wavy blue, but it's silver instead of white. Like I said, it is new. It is full. I will drain it if I have to ship it. Seam seal over here. I doubt you guys can see it, but right here it says 66 on it. So I'm assuming this was a 66 can, which would be about correct. No barcode or anything like that. So are you still good, Wiley, at 25? Because it is a good looking can. And if so, we will go ahead and roll with it. Okay, I figured you would be. When you seen it, I figured you would be. So 25 with Wiley on the silver and blue Texaco Haviland quart. And we're ticking away. There goes the hearts. Wiley at 25 on the Texaco Haviland. $28 with Christine as we're getting close to the 1 minute mark. Wiley at 30. 1 minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. Hey, Billy Bowen stopping by. Wiley at 30, about ready to wrap this one up. And that will do it, working with Wiley at 30. Kevin L. had a 35 hiding in there, and it was 2 seconds too late. Billy checking in from Kentucky. You guys want one more metal quart? I've got another metal quart here. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it's in the book or not. Don't drain it. We'll figure it out. Okay, no problem. You guys want to do another metal quart real quick? We'll get one or two more things squeezed in yet tonight. Christine just says do all of it. Okay. Everybody can eat or drink from a hubcap. All right, we'll do this other quart. And this is kind of a cool one, too. It is not in the book either. But you guys want it, we'll do it. From our friends at Quaker State. And it is actually transmission fluid. So it's a little bit different, but the can is different as well. But it's a good looking can. It's got a few dents in it. It is Newell stock. It is full. Check this one out with all the crosshatch lines in it with the Quaker State. There goes the hearts. Quaker State Dextron 2 automatic transmission fluid. Lots of hearts for this Quaker State. I'm not seeing a year on it, but it's probably somewhere around what the last one was. I'm guessing it's probably late 60s. No year on it. We do see the metal seam, no barcode or anything, of course. It does have Quaker State on both sides. There's a dent here, which some of these may pop out. And there's a couple dents over here. But overall, it still presents well. Regular size, normal size quart. It is full. Obviously, we'll have to drain it if we ship it. But Newell stock, Quaker State, automatic transmission fluid. Let's get this one rolling and see where we end up with it. Here we go. Live on the timer on the Quaker State transmission fluid. That's very true, Pete. Nobody in yet. We're almost to 30 seconds. What's wrong here? 30 seconds gone. Unless everything's hung up. 28 with Christine. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. One minute gone. Christine may have knocked everybody out. We're going to find out here in just a few seconds. $30 with Wiley. Just about ready to wrap it up. And that does it. Wiley at 30 again. Nice piece. A nice pair there, actually. Assortment of antique funnels. I've got some, but not a lot. I do know what I'm about to not have. That fly. All right. There's a couple more in here that need to be gotten too. Pete's got to come up and get a car at some point, Wiley. So maybe we can box your stuff up with Pete's stuff. But I'll start a box for you, and whenever anybody pays, and I just print those receipts and throw them in the box. So if you want to do that, I mean, we can sure do that, and see if we can figure something out there. So anyway, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the night on auctions. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up that I forgot to get out. Let's go ahead and catch the brochure tonight. You guys want to do the brochure because it is amazing. And we're 2 hours in. We'll catch, maybe one of you guys want to catch the brochure, then wrap for tonight. Maybe get on my Duesenberg badge. Flies on my Duesenberg badge. Okay, well, maybe we can figure something out there. We'll get you a good pile built up, Wiley. Sean is ready for the brochure. This thing, there again, it's another one of those where I open the box, I'm flipping through some stuff, and I pull it out, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Then I flipped the packet over, and then it was, are you seriously freaking kidding me? That's another one of those type brochures. Another dead fly. So anyway, we'll catch the brochure, and then we'll probably get ready to wrap for the night. But like I said, this is, we've been having a ton of fun with those. Still, we can't thank Carrie enough for, working with me to ensure that these brochures ended up with me so we can all enjoy them. But this is another one of those that I was just like, you have got to be kidding me. This exists. Then I flipped it over and it was like, and this still exists? So, yeah. Now, I've got them put together. These were separately when I flipped them out. When I dumped them out to start with. But I put them back together for the full effect for you guys. Tonight's brochure is from our friends at LaSalle. The 1939 V8 LaSalle. It is definitely a walk back in time, Leo. No doubt about it. Yeah. You guys, you ain't even seen the half of it. The hearts are going bananas right now. Wait till you see this. It's in its original freaking envelope. Yeah, it's in its original envelope from 1939. So here we go. Presented with the hope that the following pages will reveal what we know to be true, namely that LaSalle stands absolutely alone as the one car of genuine quality and true distinction in the medium price field. Auctions are over, John. First of all, LaSalle is Cadillac engineered and LaSalle is Cadillac built. We have a river of hearts going now, which this brochure is very well deserving of. Cadillac design makes LaSalle leader of the medium price field in both style and beauty. Designed by Cadillac, LaSalle surpasses all other medium priced cars in luxury and comfort. Yes, the artwork is insane. It's in the text part, Wiley. Nobody else's auto at gmail.com. Only Cadillac built cars can give you LaSalle's incomparable handling ease and controlled action ride. It is definitely that, big job. Cadillac Engineering makes LaSalle the leader of the medium price field in all around performance. You know, so many similarities in this brochure. Your favorite one, Pete? I do wish it was Cadillac because Dad's got that 39 Cadillac. If you guys have not seen the videos on that all original 39 Cadillac Dad has, you've got to check it out. You bought it at an auction. The guy had the engine overhauled in like 1982 and never put the motor back in it. We put the motor back in it 3 or 4 years ago. This thing runs like a top. And here we have the flathead V8, just like we put back in Dad's Cadillac. But if you guys haven't seen the videos on that 39 Cadillac, check it out. It's a really neat car. It is just a regular four-door, but it is like 36,000 actual miles. Original paint, original interior. It is crazy cool. The Cadillac engineered LaSalle excels all other medium price cars in safety construction. And there again, so much of this thing, other than the nose, is Cadillac. I mean, the dash is very similar to Dad's Cadillac. You know, the rear body section, the bumpers, the taillights, more hearts. which is well deserving of. This thing is very, very Cadillac-esque in its design. You know, just like the dash right here, it looks like the dash in Dad's 39. So be sure to check those videos out if you haven't. That's a neat car. Low initial cost and upkeep expense make the Cadillac precision-built LaSalle the soundest investment in its field. Man, they beat the Cadillac thing to death in this brochure. Even using the Cadillac emblem right there. Hearts are still going. Now, having shown you why LaSalle is better and why it is the logical choice in the medium price field, we should like to help you select your car. The 5 different body types are shown on the following pages. Each is a masterpiece by Fisher and represents the highest attainable quality. It is merely a question of which body type best meets your needs. Please turn the page and make your choice. Now, this is kind of odd. This is backwards. Typically, the construction, the powertrain, all that stuff is usually in the back of the brochure. LaSalle started with it. Now we're going to get into the cars. So I am going to forewarn you. I have not looked at this. I have no idea what kind of art we're going to witness in just a few short seconds. But I'm pretty sure, based on what we've seen so far, that when we get into the cars, we can expect some amazing artwork. So are we ready? I think I am, because I'm kind of getting excited about it. So here we go. Perfect, Wiley. Great. The 5-passenger 4-door touring sedan. Look at this. Once again, very Cadillac-esque. This is what Dad's car is. And other than the nose right here, I mean, the side grills are similar. The headlights, the side vents, all this almost identical to the Cadillac. That's right. The meat before the potatoes. That's exactly what they did. So that's a pretty good piece of art to start with. Oh, geez. Holy cow. The Phaeton. And this is a really, really unique color choice, especially for the Phaeton. Holy cow. Look at this thing, guys. And there again, this is not a picture. This is art. This is probably a painting. Look at the reflections in the paint. This is not a photograph where the light is shining. This is something that an artist drew and painted for this brochure. The 39 LaSalle Coupe. Yeah, that's true, Brian. I mean, they did an amazing job on these things. The 5-passenger 2-door touring sedan. Oh, you're 200% correct, Big Job. Oh, wow. And finally, the convertible coupe in kind of a pale yellow. Gorgeous car. There goes the hearts again. Few more pages here. A nationwide Cadillac LaSalle dealer organization stands ready to serve you. It's easy to buy a new LaSalle, especially with the General Motors installment plan. And our old car made the entire down payment. Hey, Wake Up America made it by tonight. Oh, no kidding, big job. And finally, at the back, the condensed specifications, as well as the date. Printed in USA, September 15, 1938. And the printing date is right down here in the corner. I doubt you guys will be able to make it out, but we'll hold it up there anyway and see if you can. Yep, your favorite so far. The 1939 LaSalle V8 with original envelope. So, guys, like I keep telling you, this just floors me. What did I knock off? I knocked something off. Oh, more badges. Just knocked a whole box of badges off. But I am kind of curious about something. In 1939, Cadillac production was extremely low. I mean, like total Cadillac production in 39 was extremely low. So that made me think about LaSalle production. So real quick before we jump off, I'm curious. I'm going to grab my big red book here, 50 Years of American Automobiles, 1939 to 1989, which this book does have a ton of specifications in it. And I know I'm going to look and see. I know Cadillac was extremely low because I looked it up because Dad has that car. Yeah, like 39 Cadillac. The 60 Special 4-door was the most mass-produced car. They've got the brochures $400 on eBay. Wow. And they made 5,135. The second most common car, which I think is the one Dad has, the Series 61 4-door, they made 3,955. Those were the two most produced 39 Cadillacs. And the Series 61 Coupe, they made 1,000 of. Those are the only three models that they produced over 1,000 cars of in 1939 for Cadillac. Total production for Cadillac in 39 was less than 15,000 cars. Total across the board. They made less than 15,039 Cadillacs. There you go, big job. So I'm going to see how many LaSalles they make. I knew Cadillac production was extremely low in 39. So let's see what it does show for LaSalle, just to put that into perspective of how many cars they sold that year as to how many people were going into Cadillac LaSalle dealerships actually buying cars. They They actually made more LaSalles than Cadillacs. It looks like just by rough count, they made, well, a little over 20,000 cars. They made 15,928 of the sedans. So let's look at this stuff real quick. So on our four-door touring sedan, which is the most common one, they made 15,928 of these. So if they made a little over 20,000 cars in LaSalle, less than 15,000 Cadillacs. So Cadillac LaSalle combined production in 39 was less than 40,000 units total for the entire production year. The convertible sedan. $185. Two-passenger coupe. $2,525. No, it's almost nothing. You figure Cadillac and LaSalle combined production of less than 40,000 units across all models. Open cars, coupes, sedans, less than 40,000 cars for two manufacturers. Although they were sisters, they were sold at the same dealership. They were two separate car lines, and combined they sold less than 40,000 units in 39. The two-door touring sedan, 977 cars. LaSalle in this book goes to 40. They made LaSalle's in 1940 as well. Nothing after that in the book that I'm looking at. The convertible coupe, our yellow one here, 1,056 cars. So none of these were built on any sort of a mass production scale. When you look at, well, let's just do a quick comparison. If you guys want to, we'll just look at how many 39 Chevys they made. If they actually have production. Okay. To put it into perspective, 39 Chevy Master 85. They had a Master 85 and a Master Deluxe. They made 41,777 or 41,770 Master 85 coupes. They sold more things in the 70s. Sounds good, Wiley. Glad you were here. They made more 39 Chevy Master coupes than they did all of production for 39 Cadillac and LaSalle. The 39 Chevy Master 85 Town Sedan, 124,000. The Master Deluxe two-door sedan, 220,000. The Master Deluxe four-door, 110,000. So, just quick rough numbers. They made well over 500,000 39 Chevys. Um, yeah, almost looks like almost 600,000 39 Chevys just by a rough quick count. So when you put that into perspective, Chevrolet made more of the base coupes than all of Cadillac LaSalle production combined, and well over 10 times the amount of cars. So that kind of puts it into a perspective of what of how how very very rarely you see a 39 Cadillac or LaSalle. They just don't pop up. So it's kind of a neat deal. So anyway, there you have it. Tonight's brochure, the 1939 V8 LaSalle with original envelope, and why you don't see this stuff. Because they didn't sell that many cars. So they did not have a lot of dealership traffic. You did not see a lot of guys out there buying these cars. They probably didn't print a ton of these. But once again, super lucky that Carrie thought of us for the collection so that we can all share it together. Who was making engines for the tanks? Well, they weren't doing them yet. I mean, this was 39. So they weren't using these for tanks yet. They were shortly thereafter. But at this point, these were flathead V8s for the production units. So anyway, guys, we'll flash a few more badges up here real quick. We're going to get ready to wrap things up tonight. Glad you guys had a good time and enjoyed the evening. We had a lot of fun once again. Tomorrow or next week, I will still be in town, so we'll be right back here for another normal Sunday night. Well, like I said, as normal as this show can be. Like I said, I'll dig some more of that stuff out so we can do some more auction stuff next week. And we'll see how things shake out for Tuesday. Since I'm going to be around this week, we may be able to squeeze another Tuesday in. So we'll see what happens there. We do have some more content coming up, obviously. We've got more stuff from Auburn, Cord, Duesenberg. I've got auction stuff we haven't posted yet. I've got new inventory we haven't done. I promise you guys I've got the Taurus station wagon video done. I need to get that put together so we can get that up here soon. Thanks, big job there again. The Johnny Carson comments still just floor me. Like I said, I do build this out. I do try to put together somewhat of a quality show. Whoa, hold up. Christine hitting us up with one more supercharged super chat of the night. Boom. Thanks, Christine, for another supercharged super chat. You bet, John. I'll see if I can scrounge some of those up. I think there's still some laying around. As always, definitely appreciate the super chats, the fact that you guys support what we're doing here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I didn't overhype it. I hope you guys think it is as amazing as I do, because I think it's pretty special, but maybe that's just me. But needless to say, I was excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. And with that, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. We'll go ahead and wind things up. And, wow, we're already done. It's crazy. We went fast tonight, even though we're 2.5 hours in. But we had a lot of fun. We had some cool stuff. So, whoa. Glad you got to jump in with us tonight, Michael. That sounds like no fun. 5 days in the hospital with pneumonia is rough. I'm glad you're feeling better, Michael, and back with us tonight on Facebook. So, thanks for being here, everybody. Like I tell you guys all the time, if you guys weren't here, this wouldn't be a chat. This would be dumb me sitting here babbling into a webcam by myself. So this is about you guys, and your guys' support is what makes this happen and what makes it great. And as always, I definitely appreciate that. So, have a great week, everybody. We will see you right back here, same bat time, same bat station next week for more Nobody Show Gearhead Interactive Live Chat. We might see you Tuesday night. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Okay. I can accept that, Big Job. Big Job said he really wasn't trying to hide and snipe everybody. He was just still in shock from the Duesenberg badge and couldn't comment. We know that that's a load of BS, Big Job, and you were really just sitting in the bushes ready to take some shots, which worked out because you kind of cleaned up to start with. But we'll take it. We'll take the excuse. So anyway, thanks for being here tonight, everybody. We may see you Tuesday. If not, we sure definitely hope to see you right back here next Sunday night for more. Look, and there's Austin. Where you guys been out all night? There's Austin popping in right at the end. So, recharging the defibrillator, that could be a possibility as well. But glad you guys all made it tonight. Glad you're back with us, Michael. Glad that everything worked out and you're feeling better. Been here all night, just hiding in the weeds. So, Austin's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of being sneaky. He shows up here, wins everything, then he just kind of lays low and kind of lurks around and stuff. Better watch out for that guy. Anyway, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. We sure hope to see you next week for more of the chat. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great week.